Anyway, how a fan meme became bigger than the game. Yes. We'll check that out in a moment.
If you're familiar with gacha games, you may have
Yeah, that's the reason people play this one.
seen this thing before.
I've seen
But
this
what
thing.
actually is this abomination? How did it get bigger than the game itself? And why is it always carrying these bag of oranges?
I guess we'll find out.
This is Doro, a creature based off of Dorothy
Is that Persona music?
carrying these bag of oranges. This is Doro, a creature based.
Yeah, that's P5 music. That is P5 music.
And why is it always carrying these bag of oranges? This is Doro, a creature based off of Dorothy, a character from a game called Nikke, Goddess of Victory.
That is certainly a video game.
It is a gacha game from a Korean game studio called Shift Up, but the origin of this character isn't from the game devs themselves. It actually has a convoluted past. I can't believe I spent hours researching history of this shit. The best way I can describe this thing is a simplified dog body with a chibi head. And the origin of this design comes from a fan art by the artist named Ding 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 back in 2021. It was posted on a site called Archive, a community-based forum kind of like Reddit. And originally, it was a fan art of a character named Stella Univel from an MMORPG called Soul Walker. Its uncanny, absurd nature of the fan art was a massive hit in the community. This style spread to other communities and gained more recognition. And in 2023, it reached the Nikke community and the birth of Doro. It wasn't always called Doro, and in fact, in Korea, it's actually called Dororong. There isn't an exact moment this name became official, but after many different names, Dororong prevailed. And specifically, in the English-speaking countries, they call it Doro. While it is a funny style to make fan art of, it doesn't explain its absurd popularity. There were other characters that...
Well, I think part of it is also the fact that it's a very easy character to draw, so it's a very easy thing to make like more art of. That definitely helps, and that's part of the appeal of the Do you remember the what is it is it the Circle Factory? Whatever the fucking meme, the Square Factory, whatever that meme was. Where it was like conveyor belt. There's a guy. He's like making a shape, and it's like, oh, now we make another shape. Because that was such like a basic format, a basic thing to draw and edit. Triangle Factory. Yes. I couldn't remember what the shape was. Because it was we're doing circles now. Because it was such a basic format, that makes it really easy to propagate and modify.
Used this style in the past. So what makes Doro different? Remember when I said Doro is based off of a character Dorothy? Well, Dorothy in the game has a tragic backstory, and I'm gonna say the obvious, a very eye-catching figure. And well, Doro is the complete opposite of her, despite being the same character. And I think this is one of the main reasons it was able to gain its popularity within the community. Like, this thing doesn't even look like it has a single thought behind its eyes. And Doro is often portrayed as this pure thing that doesn't know anything, almost as if it's just living purely off of instincts. And it's weirdly touching, as silly as it sounds. As Doro reached the Chinese audience, it leveled up once more. And one of the most well-known Doro memes was created, the damn oranges. It's a parody of a Chinese literature named Father's Bag. It's kind of long, so I'm going to TLDR, so I highly recommend listening to it.
Doro, unable to speak, tried to see you off as you were leaving.
With
no money, she had no choice but to steal an orange to give you. But while hurrying toward you, she stumbled and fell. Without noticing Doro, you boarded the train and left far away. Years later, when you returned, the stream beneath the bridge, Doro's favorite place, had transformed into a grove filled with orange trees, which she had always loved. On the wall nearby was a piece of graffiti, a drawing of you holding Doro in your arms as you boarded the train, just as she must have wished it could have been. And there, lying beneath it all, was Doro's skeleton, her hand still tightly clutching the orange she had once tried to give you, now rotted away with time.
Damn.
Sad.
I didn't know it was gonna be this sad when I first started researching about Doro. This parody story basically became the go-to story behind the unofficial reason for her favorite fruit being oranges. Despite its popularity, this chibi dog-style fan art was still a niche type of meme. But after Doro, it began spreading rapidly, from things like VTubers to other big gacha games. It's funny how a fan art can unite these countries better than any politicians ever could. Truly a time to be alive. Normally, these community-created memes don't get popular outside of its niche, but Shift Up saw the opportunity and decided to go all in and embrace it. They reached out to the artists and bought the commercial rights to Doro, which was a struggle in itself as the head and the body had two different creators.
We're not going to address it. They went all in with this. In the Stellar Blade Nikke collab, they included Doro. Species, meme creature. When you're going through the DLC, it's just running around being fucking annoying. They're like, fuck it, we ball!
Creators. The body from the original creator back in 2021 and the face in 2023 from another artist. Despite Doro representing the complete opposite of their games, they realized the fans loved it and incorporated it into their games.
Oh, there we go.
They went as far as creating huge floats to send around the world and holding large events in which they went their games. They realized the fans loved it and
that's all you mentioned of Stellar Blade right there.
They went as far as creating huge floats to send around the world and holding large events in which many people showed up to cosplay as Doro. Now, that's a 10 out of 10 cosplay right there. What started as just a wholesome meme from the community became the most iconic and well-known character for a Gunnar game studio. I think there's an important lesson for the game devs and publishers. Allowing your community to create whatever they want and encouraging them is a crucial part of success. And wait, before you leave, here, take an orange. You'll need it. If you have enjoyed the video,
like and subscribe.
Okay, we'll do that. On an unrelated note, did you see that the McDonald's CEO hates their own food? I did see that, yes. That was, yeah. I don't think it's that he hates the food. I think he's just really fucking awkward on camera. So I've obviously seen Doro a bunch of times. I've seen the character everywhere. I played through Stellar Blade and all this, did the DLC. I wasn't aware of how the I knew it was from Nikke, but that was about the extent of my knowledge of the character. It kind of reminds me of what are the? It kind of reminds me in a sense of like the chibi servants from Fate Grand Order. It's like people like mascots. At the end of the day, people just like mascots. They also called it Our Product on Twitter too. Yeah, good. Yeah, Gudico as well. Yeah. People like mascots. People like fun, chibi mascot characters. Yeah. Good video. I like that. That was fun. Good short one to start us off with, before we go into some of the other ones. Concord 2 is dead. I did hear that Concord 2 is dead. Yes. It lasted 3 Concords. What did it get? 45 days?